Hey guys, my name's Beck and we're going to do some beginners yoga today. So an introduction to yoga, and I'm hoping that if you are new to yoga, this is going to get you hooked, and also that you're going to be able to clearly follow it as well. So I'll try and sort of like break everything down for you. So what you're going to need for beginners yoga, obviously you want sort of comfy, stretchy clothes. Sometimes for the warm-ups you could keep your socks on, but generally bare feet. A mat if you've got one. We're going to do standing postures today, so you don't have to have a mat if you haven't got one. You could probably try without a mat. So as long as your floor's not too slippy or anything. You might want a blanket, or make sure you've got a jumper because we're going to do relaxation at the end. And also I've got yoga blocks, so these help in some of the postures. You might want some blocks, or if you've got like a little stool or like a low down chair or anything, table as well. So let's get started. I'm going to just do some warm-ups to start off. So come into a standing position. We're going to take the feet out fairly wide, quite a wide stance. Make sure you feel steady, just check that your feet are in line with each other. And then we're going to like turn the toes out, so we're like the toes are sort of going out about like 45-degree angle. This is like a slow squat, so it can be quite strong on the legs and the knees, so just take it easy. If you did need to, you could do this like with your back against a wall as well. That might just help to steady you as we're doing it, if you want to try that. So hands are going to come onto your hips, and you're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, going to bend down. So we're pushing through the feet, inhale. Nice and slow, connect with your breathing, and exhale, we're bending down. So the knees want to be tracking towards sort of the second or third toe. So they're not going to go over the toes, but they're heading towards the second or third toe. So you're inhaling, you're coming up. So that just makes sure that your knees don't sort of like fold inwards, or possibly the other way and fold outwards. So yeah, heading towards your second and third toe, but not going past. So inhaling as you come up, exhaling, sinking down. So also, if it feels comfy, breathe in and out through your nose. Breathe deep into your belly, exhaling as you go down. So push through the feet, inhale. Also, as we're going down, like I said, with the wall behind your back, you want to be keeping your spine fairly upright. So I know some squats we kind of come forwards, but we're trying not to in this one. So we're trying to keep the spine upright, nice and long. So we'll just do one more, exhaling down, nice and controlled, kind of like the slower the better in a way. The slower the stronger it is. Inhaling, coming up, turn the feet forwards, and then just step the feet back together, have a little shake up. So we're going to just circle the ankles, warming the ankles up. So bringing the weight down into one leg. If you feel comfy, you're bringing that foot up, and you're going to circle your toes. If that feels a bit too strong, you could leave the foot down on the ground, and if you feel a bit unbalanced, keep the foot on the ground and just have a go at kind of like circling it whilst it's on the ground. So either way, circling the foot, loosen up the ankle, change direction. Still connect with your breathing. So a massive part of yoga is constantly tuning into the breath and bringing your awareness to your breath. So we're going to just point and flex the toes. Maybe inhale back and then exhale as you point. Again, if you want to do that on the ground, inhale back, exhale, point. we'll change foot, maybe have a little shake on that one, bring that leg down, and then weight into that leg. So same thing again, either keeping the ball of the foot on the floor and just sort of circling, trying to loosen the ankle. This will kind of like loosen the hip and the knee as well, doing this way. Or you could have a go at that one where we're bringing the foot up off the ground. Maybe concentrate on just doing really large circles. I lost my balance there. Really large circles with your toes. Change direction. So, yeah, you might get some cricks and things in the joints when you do these. Don't worry about it. So have a little shake out. Sorry, do the point and flex. Forgot about that one. So inhaling back, exhaling point. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. Again, tune into your breathing. So you're doing it at a pace that feels comfy, working with your breath. And then shake out. So both feet down, have a little shake. Feet about hip width, or if you want a slightly wider. We're going to just loosen up the shoulders. So one arm, taking it back, big circles. Again, you can work with your breathing, maybe inhale up, exhale down. Bring the body in if you want to, or you can, if you want to just hold it still, that's cool. So whatever you feels comfy for you, really. Change direction. So again, you could inhale up, exhale as it comes down. And then the other arm. So really good just for sort of like loosening the joints, this, warming up all the joints, ready for the yoga postures. Change direction when you feel ready. Make sure this feels okay on the shoulders. Sometimes when you've got shoulder issues, it can be a bit of a struggle to take the arm back. So just kind of like doing, you know, if you just feel you can do that and the arm can't, I'm quite hypermobile in my joints. So yeah, if you're struggling with that, then that's cool. Just kind of do it so it's you feel like you're loosening your shoulder, but like it's not hurting. So make sure you've gone both ways. And then shake arms out. We'll just circle the hands, loosen the wrists. So sometimes the wrists get used an awful lot in yoga when you start doing a lot of the downward dogs and the floor postures. So change direction. But we probably won't do much on the arms today. And then just like let your arms go really loose, really like shake the whole body out. Okay, so we're going to come into mountain pose or Tadasana. So mountain pose is the foundation of all the yoga postures, so really good one just to start with and learn. And what you do in this posture, you pretty much want to take with you throughout the whole of your yoga practice. So all the other postures you do, you can keep referring back to the things, sort of, yeah, how you hold your body, your muscles, your joints, breathing, everything. So we're going to work from the feet up. So feet are probably recommend hip width if you're new to yoga, so that's a good place to start, hip width. If you want to go a bit closer, you can. So some people do stand with the feet closer, or even so close that the big toes are together and the heels are just slightly apart. So make sure you feel like balanced, basically. And then check that your feet are in line. Check your big toes pretty much are like pointed straight forwards, so that your feet are facing forwards. If it makes you feel a bit uncomfy by trying to turn your big toes forwards, then just you don't have to really force it. So make sure you feel comfy in what you're doing. So we're going to just pick the toes up, and then as we bring them back down, we're going to like spread all the toes out. So you're feeling all your toes, lengthen along the ground, and you're like creating space in between your toes. We're going to come up onto the balls of the feet now and lift the heels. Onto the balls and the toes, lift the heels, and then bring the heels down. So just try and get a balance point so you feel like your body weight's evenly placed down through both legs. And also that you're not like leaning forwards on the feet or to the side, to one side, or that you're not leaning back. So fairly even place through both feet. You can also imagine 3 points on the soles of the feet. So you've got one below the big toe on the ball of the foot. You've got one in between the little toe and the next toe along, again on the ball of the foot. So 2 there. And you've got one in the centre of the heel. So if you bring your awareness to those 3 points on both feet, and maybe that they've got like suckers on them, and they're kind of like, yeah, sucked down onto the ground, so they're firmly connected to the ground. The arches of the feet want to be lifted. So this is quite a biggie in that, yeah, quite often people's feet sort of roll inwards, and shoes are really rubbish, a lot of shoes, so that our feet don't get supported in the arch. So to help you lift your arch, if you're struggling to lift the arch a little bit, if you just concentrate on the outside edges of the feet and try and push down a little bit through the outside edges of the feet, that will help you to lift the arches slightly. So hopefully that's helping. With your knees, just check that you're not locking your knees back. So this is what I used to do for years when I was a kid. So yeah, kind of like don't lock the knees back, soften the knees slightly, and we're working the thighs and the legs as well below the knees to help to support the knees. So we're going to just draw up through the thighs, through the quads, to help to protect the knees. I'm just going to let my cat out. Come on. 2 cats in here, so I thought, are they going to stay for the whole thing and relax? So one's gone, I'll probably lose the other one in a minute. So, okay, so knees slightly soft. Centre of the body, so this is basically our core, and in yoga it's known as a big energy centre, which is right in the middle of the body. So really important area this for protecting the back, strengthening the core, and also just helping you in all the postures as well. So make sure that your tailbone is not like sticking back, you're not dipping your lumbar spine too much, or the other way around, that you're not leaning like this. So it's finding like a neutral place, draw the tailbone slightly, but still maintain that curve in the lumbar spine. Also you can work the transverse abdominis, so like lower abdominals, you're just drawing back slightly. So I think this is really important, sort of here and here, I can feel it working. This is my centre point, and from a lot of the postures, this is kind of like where I'm moving from. So in life as well, yeah, anything you do in life, if you think about this point and then you move from there. So if you're picking a kid up, you're moving from here. If you're playing sport, you're moving from here. So yeah, really important, and yoga is great for toning this and just bringing your awareness to this as well. So going to just lengthen up through the sides of the body. We're going to roll the shoulders up and back and down. So we're opening the chest and the heart centre, but again, a similar thing, that we're not opening it so much that we're sticking forwards. Obviously we're not like that, so it's kind of neutral but nicely opened. I think in this day and age more people tend to do that, like looking at your phone or your computer. So yeah, just gently opening, allow the shoulders to relax. Can work the rhomboids and muscles in the upper back by drawing the shoulder blades in and down, and this just helps to strengthen the upper back and also to stretch open the chest. So there's a lot of pointers in mountain pose. So just imagine that you've got weights on the ends of your fingers as well. So feel as though your fingertips are getting drawn down towards the ground. So this helps to create length through the arms and also to keep the shoulders down. So the neck, we're lengthening through the back of the neck. So we're just going to draw the chin slightly, but not too much. So you want to, again, we've got a little curve in the in the cervical spine as well. So chin down slightly, but we're not shutting off the throat, so we're not bringing it right down. Again, in this day and age, a lot of people tend to be more like that, looking at driving or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of just trying to lengthen through the back of the neck and open up the back of the neck really, and the base of the skull. So we're doing that. We're going to get a soft, gentle gaze down at the ground, slightly ahead, or if you prefer, you can look straight forwards. Or if you prefer, you could close your eyes if you feel steady. So either way, whichever feels best for you. We're going to tune into our breathing. So the breathing is through the nose, in and out through the nose, as long as that feels comfy. And also, even though we've got this tension here below the belly button, you can still do some nice deep breathing. So we're working the rib cage and we're breathing into the belly. So you might feel some movement of the belly opening, the belly button may be moving forwards as you inhale and back towards the spine as you exhale. So also with the face, really important whilst you're doing all the yoga postures that the muscles of the face are relaxed. So having tension in the face is an indicator that you're not completely relaxing into the posture. And the more you can feel into it and bring your awareness to where you're holding tension, the more you will benefit from the postures. Even the really easy postures, you'll gain greater benefit. So the jaw, really important that the jaw's relaxed and the mouth and the teeth. Obviously the eyes and the forehead, we tend to hold a lot of tension in the forehead, so like softening the forehead. And you can also just imagine you've got a piece of string attached to the crown of your head and it's pulling the crown of your head upwards towards the sky. So remember the suckers on the soles of your feet. So the soles of your feet are really firmly connected to the ground. Your legs are really strong and your core is strong. And the crown of your head's being pulled upwards. So you kind of feel as though you're like being stretched a little bit as you're stood. So yeah, as well as the physical body, obviously the breathing, really important. So just tune into a pace that feels right for you. Just kind of like have a little scan of your body, internal scan of your body, and just how it feels in mountain pose. So when you feel ready, if you've got your eyes closed, just opening your eyes. We're going to step the feet out wide now. So we're going to come into one called triangle. So feet are fairly wide, make sure you feel steady. Check that your feet are in line with each other. And then you're going to turn your right foot out. So your heels want to be in line, or if you feel balanced enough, you can bring your front heel, your right heel, in line with the arch on your back foot. So again, try and roughly aim for your big toe, like pointing straight out to the side, so that your foot's facing straight out. The knee again is tracking towards that sort of second to third toe, so that the knee's not rolling in. Spread out your toes, lift through the arches of your feet. So you're going to bring your arms out at shoulder height. So this can be quite a strong stretch on the lower back. Remember your core, this bit here below the belly button, as you move into this one. And if it does start to feel strong, you can also bend this knee as you come down. So, did I say back foot? The back foot just wants to turn in slightly. That makes it easier. Some people do it with the foot facing straight forward, which I quite like. But it is easier if you turn it in slightly. So, yeah, again, whichever feels best for you, really. So, arms out, shoulder height, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, work from your core, move across, and then coming down. So if you need to, easier posture, this knee's bending, and you could bring your arm down to rest onto your knee. Relax your breathing. This top arm's pointing straight up, palms facing forwards, and you're like reaching through your fingertips. I know you can't see my fingertips on this screen, but reaching through the fingertips. So your gaze point in yoga is really important, so you can keep gazing ahead, or if you prefer, you can gaze down at the ground, or if it feels comfy, you can gaze up at your top hand, your top thumb, or even all the way up, like towards the ceiling or the sky. So if you're doing it straight legged, make sure that you're not locking this knee back, so keep drawing up through the thigh, and we're like coming down, and you can bring your hand to rest on your leg if you want, or if you feel strong enough, we can hold it there with the palm facing forwards. So yeah, just breathing into it. Generally we hold for sort of 15 seconds or more, up to a minute. To come out of this one, you're going to just bring your awareness down to your feet and also to your core. And then on an inhale, if you need to, you can bend that knee again. Inhale, push through the feet. Coming up. And then turn the feet forwards. So you're going to turn the left foot out and turn the right foot in slightly. So again, just check the alignment of your heels. Either heels are lining up, or if you feel balanced enough, you can bring the front heel in line with the back arch. You're spreading out along your toes. You're lifting up through the arches of your feet, working from the core. So arms out, shoulder height. Inhale, exhale. We're coming across, and then we're coming down. So if you want to bend the knee, you can, or straight leg, bring the hand onto the leg, or you can bring the hand in front. So get your gaze point either straight out to the side, straight down, or if it feels okay on your neck, you turn into look up. So breathing in and out through your nose. Should be getting a good stretch down the side of the body. So this, I forgot to say this. So we're not. If you feel like you're leaning forwards quite a lot, try and roll this top shoulder open and work your core and try and bring the body back so that you're getting a good stretch down the side and you're not feeling it in your lower back. If it still feels too strong, you probably need to come up a little bit. You want to get it down the side of the body. So listen to your body when you feel ready to come up. If you need to, bend that knee, push through your feet, inhale, work the core, coming up. Turn the feet forwards, and then just set the feet back together. Shake out. We've got massive blizzards here today, and it keeps going sunny, and then it keeps going snow. It's going snow now. So okay, so we're going to step the feet out wide again. We're going to do one called extended side angle. So you might want your blocks or a stool for this one, but you don't need to. You can use your knee as well. So yeah, I'll show you. So feet are fairly wide. It's a fairly wide stance, this one. We're going to turn the right foot out and left foot in about 45 degrees. Again, it's either heels in line or the front heel in line with the arch on the back foot. So we're going to inhale, and then exhale, we're going to bend this right knee. So the hips are fairly like staying out to the side. Obviously this one's rolling in slightly, but keep them fairly sort of facing this way. Then this bent knee wants to be in line with the heel, and make sure it's not rolling in or also rolling out. So in line with the heel, check your alignment, check the arches on your feet, especially your back foot, because that as well might tend to want to like roll in on the arch. So again, if you think about pushing down through the outside edge of the foot, that'll keep the arch lifted. So this is one version of doing it. So we bring the arm down onto the thigh. Again, similar to triangle, the chest is open, we're getting a side stretch. So we're going to inhale, bring this arm up, Relax your breathing. So you might just be able to go to here, or if it's okay on your shoulder, bring it over if you can. So palms facing down, you're bringing it through, reaching up through the fingertips. Relax your breathing. So the gaze again is out to the side, or if you want to have a go, don't drop the head back too much, but you're just sort of like flicking the eyes, so you're looking up at your fingertips on your top hand. Connect with your breathing. If you want to go a little bit further down, you can use the blocks, so they come in front, and same thing. Or if you want to go all the way down, see if I'm up to it today, all the way down, then the hand's coming onto the floor. But if you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not like coming forwards. So we're trying to get a stretch down the side of the body. So keep that shoulder roll open, chest open, and the arms coming across. So connect with your breathing. Keep pushing through the outside of that back foot and reaching up through the fingers. So that will give you that big stretch down all the way down the outside of the body. So when you're ready to come up, going to push through your feet. Inhale, coming back up, straighten that leg, turn your feet forwards. Hey, we've got sunshine again now. So we're going to turn the left foot out. We'll do it on the other side. So left foot out, get your blocks there if you're using your blocks. Check the alignment of your heels, and then bend that left knee. Check the alignment of your knee is in line with your heel. Bringing your arm down onto your thigh, or onto your blocks, or down onto the ground, so whichever one you want to do. This back foot's turning in slightly, and you're pushing through the outside of that foot to keep this arch lifted. Okay, so we're going to go into it. So inhale, bring this arm up either to here, or if it's okay on the shoulder, all the way through. So it's going up at an angle, sort of diagonal. Get your gaze point. Check in with your breathing. So yeah, ideally you want to be having roughly like a straight line from the fingertips through the side of the body to the outside of that back foot. If you are looking up towards the fingertips, just make sure that you're not compressing the back of the neck. Just trying to lengthen through the back of the neck. Spread out your toes. And when you're ready to come up, push through your feet. Inhale, coming up. And turn the feet forwards. So we'll just set the feet back together and shake the feet out a little bit. So I'm going to do another one which is quite similar. What we do with the legs, virtually the same. So this one's called Warrior 2. I really like this one. So Warrior 2, again, it's a wide stance. And make sure you feel balanced, make sure feet are in line. So we're going to go turn the right foot out to start off with. Again, heels in line or heel in line with the arch. Turn the left foot, back foot in slightly. Hips pretty much out to the side, although this one's coming in slightly. Make sure that you're not locking this knee, so keep the thigh active. Yeah, don't sink on that arch, don't roll onto the arch of that foot either, so push through the outside edge, lengthen through your toes. We're going to take that arms out at shoulder height. So probably the main thing to watch with this one, watch the knee as we're going into it. So like, yeah, my knee, I can see it's wanting to roll in a little bit, so I have to like sort of, yeah, activate the muscles on the outside of the hip and just like roll the knee out slightly, because I want the knee to track towards that third or second toe. So gonna have arms out here, gonna look past your right hand, inhale, exhale, bend that right knee. So check your posture when you've gone into it. So yeah, check that your knee isn't going past your heel. So if it is, if it's going over your toes roughly, you want to widen that stance. So you can get quite wide with this one. Good stretch, good strengthen. If your knee's not going far enough, then you might want to bring your stance a bit closer. Yeah, so just check all that. Also check as you've gone into it that your knee's not rolled in. Keep it out, so getting a nice opening here, and the knee is above the heel. Arches are lifted. Also your body, I find, because we're looking to the right, we tend to want to go that way. So check that your body's staying fairly central, in line with your hips. And also this back hand doesn't go like that either. So you're looking at that one, but that one's kind of down here. So yeah, you can maybe just check it. Lengthen through the back of your neck. So feel strong and steady in warrior two. Again, we hold for sort of anything between like 15 seconds and a minute. Tune into your breathing, that'll kind of tell you. And also your body might shake a bit if you feel like you need to come out. So whenever you feel ready to come out, just pushing through your feet. Inhale, straighten that front leg. We'll do it on the other side. So turning the left foot out, right foot in slightly, check your alignment. Arms out, shoulder height. So have a look at your arms, make sure they're level. Looking past your left hand. Inhale, exhale, bend that left knee. So yeah, check your alignment. If you need to adjust yourself, that's cool. And then once you're adjusted, we're kind of like holding it there. Make sure you're not leaning forward. So body central. Also, big thing, what happens, what I did for ages with this one, like you hold tension here and you're like that and your arms are just like, ugh. So yeah, breathe the shoulders down. As you exhale, breathe the shoulders down. Make sure that front knee's not rolling in. Legs feel really strong and steady in this one. Reach through your back fingertips, reach through your front fingertips. And when you feel ready, pushing through your feet, inhaling, coming back up. Turn your feet forwards, you might want to shake your arms out, step your feet back together, you might want to have a little leg shake as well. So we're going to come into mountain pose. What you can do when you're doing the postures, when you go out wide, generally, I'd like to start off in mountain pose, and then as you go out wide, do the posture, and then if you want to, you could come back and just like you say, center yourself, tune into your breathing in mountain pose for a minute or whatever, and then you could go back out into the other posture. So that's always something you can do in between each one. So we're going to do mountain pose and one called tree. So tree, we're going to balance on one leg, so you might want to get yourself next to a wall, or even like a chair, or like if you can hold the back of a chair or something to keep you balanced, you can do that. So mountain pose, feet hip width, check your alignment, spread out the toes. You see me. So draw up through the thighs, keep the arches lifted, tailbone tucked down, working the core, feeling strong here. Shoulders open, back and down, connect with your breathing, lengthen through the back of your neck. So tree, we're going to bring our weight down into the right leg. So one version, if you feel a little bit unsteady on one foot, you can just come up onto the ball of the left foot and bring the heel onto the opposite sort of ankle, and then just bring your hands together into prayer. So this is one version. We're trying to, this hips or this leg's like mountain pose, just facing straight forwards. This hip's opening out, so the knee's opening out, sort of to where you feel comfy really. And we're still lengthening up along the spine. If that feels easy and you want to try balancing, then you're bringing your foot either below, or see how balanced I am today. It differs from day to day, so or above the knee. So yeah, hands in prayer, or if you want, you can take the hands up above the head, so they can either stay in line with the shoulders, with the palms facing, or you could bring the palms like hands into prayer up above the head. So if you're coming into this standing one, yeah, you can hold the wall if you need to. This knee's like turned out to the side, very active, so in a way possibly more active than mountain pose, because we need to really maintain this stability here and stay quite centered. So if you need to, you might want to draw up the pelvic floor. So in yoga, working the muscles of the pelvic floor, we call it the mula bandha, where we sort of draw it up. So so you might want to like draw up here and also work like the tailbone down slightly, drawing the transverse abdominis, so really steady here. So I even feel better just thinking about that and talking about it. So so yeah, that's one way of kind of maintaining your balance. And just keep lengthening up. And this is kind of like hold as long as you feel comfy. You might want to, if you've wobbled out, then obviously come back into it, have another go. So you could hold for like 30 seconds, a minute. If you wanted to do it longer, you can. So maybe that's something to like build up to if you've not done it before. But yeah, some people do hold this for quite a long time and just like try and like meditate in it sort of thing. So yeah, but it does get, when you first start, it's very strong, especially on the lower leg and sort of the ankle and the foot. So just something to like work up to really. So just give that leg a little shake, give that leg a little shake as well. And we'll do it on the other side. So start off in mountain pose, bring your weight down into your left leg, and then whatever feels comfy for you, heel or below knee or above knee. So yeah, hands can come into prayer or up above the head. So again, that standing leg that you're stood on is pretty much sort of mountain pose. So make sure you're not sinking your arch, lengthen through your toes, don't knock your knee back, draw up through the thigh, tailbone tucked down, work the pelvic floor, lower abdominals, lengthen up through the sides of the body. And then this leg's, yeah, kind of like turning out to the side, so we're trying to get a nice hip opener, a bit tighter on this side, so a bit more of a struggle. Yeah, another thing what people say is like the foot can like be a bit slippy and not want to stay there, so then sometimes people want to like lock it on the knee, but I'd just say keep this leg really active, so that should help if you really think about trying to lock the foot, so you're trying to push it into that thigh, but then this thigh's going that way so that you're not like wobbling to the side. So this thigh that way, pushing through the knee, keep the leg active, glutes, and that should help to lock it into place. Again, it's practice as well, so it will get easier with practice. So when you're ready to come down, just bringing that leg down, have a little shake out. Okay, so we're going to, we've centered now, and we're just going to come down onto our mats and do some relaxation. So, or coming down onto the floor, whatever, make sure that you're going to be warm enough. So if you are quite warm, I'm fairly warm because I'm talking, I'm doing yoga and I've got the heating on, but do cool down really quickly in relaxation. So get yourself a jumper, get yourself a blanket. I think I'm going to go for both. I'm going to go for jumper and blanket. Get some socks on. So socks is a good one actually because the feet like can let heat out and stuff as well. So so yeah, just come in onto your back on your mat. If you don't feel comfy laying on your back, you can do relaxation pose on your side. In fact, I'll just move my blanket over there for the minute. So if you do feel okay on your back, obviously coming onto your back, if you've got sort of like lower back issues, you might want to keep the knees bent and sort of hip width apart. Also, you could, if you want to make it like uber comfy, you could bring a bolster or cushions or whatever under your knees. So I'll show you the sort of really restorative way of doing it. So yeah, cushions under the knees, also cushion under the head, and then blanket on, and oh, that's really relaxing. So you might want to try that as well. I'm just going to do it flat on the floor because I like to be uncomfy. So yeah, if you need to, obviously knees can be bent like that if that feels better on the back. This is it. This is where I get attacked by my cat because I'm on the floor. Right, she's going out. Don't hassle me when I'm stood up, do you? Come on then. I'll let you back in a minute. Right. Okay. That's it. As soon as I lay on the floor, and it's just a nightmare when I'm doing like shoulder stand. Oh god. Right. So yeah, relaxation. So really important that you do. Even if you've just done a few postures, you could just do like 2 or 3 minutes of relaxation. Just that active sort of surrendering and letting go will allow your body and your mind to absorb any of the physical practice that you've just done. So yeah, just totally relaxation pose is like the best. So I'm going to come down. If you're on your back, it's legs are apart and the toes roll out to the sides, and your arms are away from your body with your palms facing up. We're going to just start off like tensing up the body first. So we're going to like clench the fists. You can like bend all your limbs kind of thing, bend all your joints. So if you want to yeah, bring the arms in, bring the legs in, tense up your toes, screw up the muscles in your face. We're going to breathe out with the mouth. So we've inhaled and then we're going to exhale, bring the body down. So get yourself into a comfy position for relaxation pose. So we'll just take a couple more deep breaths. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. So as you exhale, lengthen the exhale and just really try to allow the body to relax onto the ground. So just check that your head and your neck feel comfy. And if you need to, just draw your chin down slightly to release tension from the back of the neck. And tune into your breathing. So if it feels okay, you're going to be breathing through the nose. And also you can do some nice deep breathing. So as you inhale, you might feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, allow the belly to sink back towards the spine. So as you exhale, you can just sort of start to imagine that you're breathing away any tension and anything you're holding on to. So it's kind of like all about letting go. So you could maybe even like say in your mind as you exhale, let go. Just going to bring your awareness to your face first. So the eyes want to be gently closed. Be aware of any tension around your jaw. So let your lower jaw fall away from your upper jaw. Allow your mouth and your tongue to relax. So allowing the forehead to soften, the eyes to relax, the cheeks to relax. So with every exhale, just being aware that you're releasing tension from your body. So just have a little scan of your body and bring your awareness to the back of your body and where the back of your body is in contact with the ground. If you need to move at any time, you can, just to get yourself comfy. And every time you exhale, just being aware that the back of the body is starting to sink or melt down into the ground. So you're feeling the back of the body become heavy. If you want to, you can lengthen your out breath so that your out breath is longer than your in breath. And also just have a scan of the front of the body. So allowing the front of the body to relax, to soften, and to feel open and light. So with every out breath, feeling your body become more and more relaxed. And just knowing that as your body becomes relaxed, then so does your mind. Just allow yourself a few moments to really let go. So when you feel ready, just gently bringing your awareness to your breathing, feeling your belly rise as you inhale, allowing your belly to fall as you exhale. So just knowing that with every breath you're energizing your body and your mind, and you're just slowly starting to wake up. You can bring your awareness to your fingers and your toes and just slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, and moving the hands and the feet. So just listen to your body, just do whatever movement feels right for you to help to wake your body up. So you might want to stretch, you might want to yawn, you might want to wiggle, and yeah, you might want to bring the knees in as well. So bringing the knees in is quite a nice way of just stretching out the lower back and the hips. Let's have a little rock from side to side. And you can still keep your eyes closed if you want, and just roll yourself over onto one side when you feel ready. So rolling onto one side is a really good way of just slowly sort of coming back to reality, really. So just laying on your side, connect with your breathing, just gently starting to wake up. So in your own time you can open your eyes, and whenever you feel ready, just bring your top hand down onto the ground and then pushing yourself up to sit in. We've got sunshine again. So we'll just, after we've done relaxation, it's good that you don't just walk off. So quite often after a yoga workout and then quite a good deep relaxation, you might feel a little bit spacey. So it's good just to again center and just tune in with your breathing and your body. So generally I'll do that in a sitting position, to get a comfy sitting position, whether that's cross-legged or straight-legged. Yeah, and then bring your hands onto your knees or down into your lap, so whatever feels good for you. And again, you're closing your eyes. So just tune in with your breathing. Do that nice deep belly breathing again. And also just bring your awareness down to your belly button, and yeah, try and keep your awareness here, and this will just help you to ground yourself and bring yourself back into your sort of body after the relaxation. So just being aware here and being aware of the breath going down into this area. And then also just have a little scan of your body, just tune into how your body feels after the yoga session today. So I'm hoping you've got you hooked and you're going to, yeah, you feel good after the session today. So more relaxed. Yeah, so when you feel ready, just you can keep your eyes closed, bring your hands into prayer, into your heart center, so into the center of the chest. And we're just going to bring our awareness to the heart center. So this is always good to tune into as well, just tuning into your heart, because we're kind of conditioned really just to use the head a lot, and our brains just work overtime. So tuning into the heart and your feelings, and also it's a nice little sort of finish to the yoga just to give some gratitude. So if you start off just giving some thanks for the yoga practice today, that you've had the time and the capability to do the practice today. So just saying thanks for that, and then just bring in any other thanks that you want to give. So it could be anything. It could be your family, it could be your health, it could be having food on the table, it could be your work. So whatever you want to give thanks for, just tuning into that. And then whenever you feel ready, in your own time, you can open your eyes. And hopefully you're ready to come back to reality after the yoga. And hopefully you're hooked to yoga now. So I'll try and post some more. That was just a few, handful of the yoga postures. So I will try and post some more what target people that are new to yoga, so you can catch those, or you can also take a look at all my other videos as well. So I'll see you soon.